We're living in a period of great change, a period where expectations are increasing all of the time, and they're increasing on companies, on governments, on non-governmental organizations, all of the entities that are involved in society. And one of the critical areas where these expectations are rising is in people's desire to have a greater sense of what these different entities are doing to improve their lives. That has a direct impact on their quality of life, their well-being. And as a consequence, that is very connected to the outcomes of the policies or the initiatives that are taken by these different actors. And as a consequence as well, you then find yourself in a situation where you need to effect a cultural shift inside in order to be able to address the fundamental questions. It's more comfortable to look at questions around outputs. They are more easily measurable because they have been traditionally measured. They're often quantitative. When you look at outcomes, you're starting to enter the qualitative domain. That's more complex, but that's where things are going. Therefore, the needle needs to be measuring the qualitative. It needs to be in that space. The light needs to be shone in areas that maybe it hasn't been shone so much in the past. And the initiative that I've showcased today at the forum is a concrete example where you're moving in that direction, where you're asking the fundamental question, which is, how is your life? It's a personal question. And you're able to bring some elements of objectivity and subjectivity in answer to that. But you're also listening very carefully to what people are telling you when you ask a question as fundamental as that. And it's fascinating because as it's very personal, people tend to be very honest. And so they tend not necessarily to stick to classic scripts. And conversations, when you start delving more deeply into them, become a lot more interesting. The consequences of those discussions, they're also very complex. And then doing something about improving outcomes, doing something about improving well-being and quality of life, that is an Everest still to climb.